Seaga couldn't afford that for to Jamaica. So Seaga himself actually rebelled against the CIA and the Americans. Not a lot of people forget that. See that Seaga did say, all right, then I saw now go on because this was when the war on drugs are going. America started the war on drugs. Seaga's reply to that was all Jamaican drugs bar and drugs deal and things like that for come bank the money in Jamaica. Him will wash it for them and protect them money. But on the back of that, I don't know how him still alive how him lifted him dead because the American was so pissed off by the statement. And that was a public statement. Whole heap of man do it and get away with it. See it.
Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warwick LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warwick LTV. Keep it locked.
No, I'm gonna tell you. We, us as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I say? You see? Set the path for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, I. Greetings once again at the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I I. And I think that's good. See? Welcome all viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe. I'm going to help grow the platform. You see. Well, listen, today, right now, we want particularly talk about the youth them here, the youth of today here, especially the 80s and the 90s babies them, because a whole heap of things fly over them head. See it, a whole generation, a whole culture get cut off from the generation. See it, a big part of the culture, attitude and principles and things like that. See it, get cut off from the generation, the youth them were born after that coming right up due to, deprivation. Can't stop using that word because there's no other way for describe it. See it, denial of access to opportunity, food. See it. I man live that, so I man know. See it, and it's admitted. See it. So I man can remember as a youth, see it, growing up. I can remember, like me I say, I know when Jamaica got 2 for 1, when the dollar got 2 Jamaican dollar for 1 US. See, remember when, when 2 Jamaican dollar for 1 US. I remember the whole community, I move like it's a national hero, dead, or a big, me I say, I saw that the atmosphere they have in a Jamaica. See it, everybody like them a mourn. See, grievous them have a bad vibes still, and entirely mourn the loss of someone, but it's a way where it come like a rebellion or for going or something like that, but the whole community, you see it. See it at that them time that the first time me come into contact with the knowledge of economics and them little way they way it mean and the significance of them little type of thing there. And I was very young, probably about 7, 8 years old or something like that. See it, but that atmosphere, it was so poignant that you can't forget that. You have to remember it's so significant to us that. See it, as young as I was, I remember what it was about. See it. Then remember the sanction them start coming out the country now and certain things stop happen. See, because even before all of this, me remember Jamaican poor people we can hardly read and write, we get introduced to Jamal and things like that, where was swept up in acceptance. See, the people them couldn't get enough of it. See it, I think, from where I can remember. Because from I can remember my mother usually copy out of my book and watch me do my homework and things like that and learn to read after what me I read. I couldn't understand why my mother always give me the star for read at evening time. Because she couldn't read it herself. So she make me read it and she understand. Well, Jamaica parents now gonna say me can't read, so read for me. No, she just buy a star and give me it and say read. Yes, I. See it, I'm a read, just read. All the cartoon part, me I read. See it, all them not understand me I read. You see, so when the Jamal thing introduced and thing like that, I can remember my mother take it up with whole heap of enthusiasm and thing like that. And she a big grown woman and a whole heap of other grown people. And there was no shame and pride about it because it was common knowledge about the illiteracy rate in Jamaica at them time there. Amongst the people, everybody know that. You know, see, you get jabbed by your complexion, see, and your body stature and thing like that. It never really matter much about your education. So all of the people who usually perform in a civil service capacity and thing like that never have the required common knowledge or academics where it take for operating at them, where to the demand even today for do them job there. You know see it. You know see it. So the society was rather backward like that, particularly from the poorer class of society, like the black majority of the population. You know see it. So when the thing take a turn all right, now during this period there, the pride that exists amongst the people was so much that the government of the day did make some government houses, like some housing scheme house and thing like that, where, you know, build up some high-rising, like what they call flats in England, or what they call apartment blocks in America or something like that, projects type of thing, but they were small in comparison to the one them when you see broad, but nonetheless there were projects, you know, because it was the era for these things. You know, see, Jake Street was one of them things that them called site and them way there. Rockfort, a place them called Scheme, you know, Nannyville was one of them places. And there was a resistance. You know, see, people never really want any of them, accept any of them outside. Much people never want to take it at them, see it as like a dole. Them no want no, it was shunned. It was looked down on to accept a housing scheme, house type of thing. I don't know why. It might not have been the case nationally, but in my little circle, I could remember that being like a response to the initiative. You know, see, and yeah, probably obviously it wasn't so national because all of people they were them outside it full out after a while. Anyway, you know, see, but remember people never want, particularly because of the government, they build them up and them not align with the party, they are the political argument. So, you know, so you used to have them thing there was that pride. You know, see, remember when Labour Day come and thing like that, whole community paying for them sidewalk for them yard, go to the next neighbor, pick it up from there and carry it go down the road, whether them have whitewash or not. Somebody have enough can share and sweep up and burn and pack up and clean up. You know, see, that was the nature and the atmosphere of Jamaica when we grew up like that. Until the 80s come in. You know, see, late 70s, 80s, when them sabotage start the espionage and all sort of things regarding the island. You know, see, the blockade and the unofficial sanctions on food supply and basic commodity in the islands and things like that. You know, see, you didn't even have a write-off by the international community, like the IMF, the World Bank, and them type of people who always observe economics and them sort of thing. They write off Jamaica as like it's gonna be dead in a year, something like that. Like people, we're gonna have another Ethiopia type atmosphere going within a year. Yeah, I heard the news. You know, see it, but you don't know what it never happened. Next year coming not happen, the other year coming not happen, the other year coming not happen. You know what them eventually say? Because on the back of that, you know, Siaga did actually say, you know what, because I don't know why Siaga expect a better deal. Siaga was just like a child where threw him rattle out time from. Because I remember one of them big boys, either the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers, and one of the family members did come to Jamaica during the 80s to come outline the economical development growth strategy where the path that Jamaica for take. But through corruption, because we were a whole heap of drugs deal and a whole heap of thing going on. You know, see it as CIA final picture with politicians posed with drugs deal and drugs on table and all of them thing there. You know, see, but through some diplomatic arrangement or whatever, they never proceed to that degree. I don't know why. You know, see, however, yeah, through them little thing there, Siaga reputation get messed up away amongst him standing get messed up in the international community You know, see, be a corruption and names start call up and drugs mix up and drug supplying and all of them things. It reached a stage where, based on the international prediction, and Seaga couldn't afford that for to Jamaica. So Seaga himself actually rebelled against the CIA and the Americans. Not a lot of people forget that. You know, see, that Seaga did say, all right, then I saw now go on because this was when the war on drugs are going. America started the war on drugs. Seaga's reply to that was all Jamaican drugs bar and drugs deal and things like that. For come bank the money in Jamaica, him will wash it for them and protect them money. But on the back of that, I don't know how him still alive how him live till him dead, because the American was so pissed off by the statement. And that was a public statement. Whole heap of man do it and get away with it. You know, see it. You know, see it, and become legitimate corporate businessman today. You know, see it, and America couldn't touch them no longer. You know, see it. Yes, Seaga do that. Seaga tell the drugs man them say carry no money come, and he stated publicly. See, so through the period that Jamaica and America there was a bit of bad blood a go on through this. So I remember how them work it out. I remember one of them there and telling them, but go do some research. I want to see. You know, see it. Anyway. The big talk when them sister Jamaica now turn into another starved out population like that. Them observe say the reason for the existence is the remittance. You know, see it, because say 2.5 million people live in Jamaica. You have 3 times that amount of Jamaicans who live abroad. You see, all right, you see in Britain, you see the black youth, them black people, the black British youth, them all the grandchildren, them still born today and say them a Jamaican. That is something we want to know. You know, proud of yourself that we're there, down there, for your portray, I like that, I live that, but me I can tell you know how black British proud that regardless of the tussle or whatever disagreement where they might have with new Jamaicans or immigrants or whoever when them come, probably because of the fact that well then, they themselves is Jamaican and them don't want a guy come tarnish feed them Jamaican style or strategy. And that me observe. You know, see, them you see, the Windrush, the man when they come in and Windrush, yeah, film offspring we are banned today, are banned as a Jamaican in a Britain. Them not deny them embrace them Jamaicanness more than Jamaica itself, no. And I don't know why them type of news and them type of argument is being censored from the Jamaican public. You know, see, probably it's that enable them to exhibit some more, you know, principled mannerism, you know, giving them know them worth and them benefit to the world or society, black people at large. You know, see, them can be a beacon of hope, which they are, but to Babylon deal with it and the brainwash and the seduction to evil are gone. Very soon you never know. You might all just get so diminished that when you tell the story of who Jamaicans and who Jamaica were to future Jamaican to come becomes unbelievable, like a myth or something. You know, see, but yeah, Western Union, remittance and them things there, it keep we surviving, it make us survive till we have life to this day. I keep the economy going. See, but the point of this whole video here after 12.5 minutes is it breed a nyama food culture in Jamaica, Rasta. I'm gonna open and listen to this point, yeah. You know, see, because rather than you can't entirely blame the people, you know, because like again I've always said there was no resource, there's no hopes of really, you know, self-development, self-reliance, or whatever. Because by this, I mean, it wasn't as bad as it is today. You know, granted, if atrocity that should repeat itself to the Jamaica economy, you know, we starve for hungry. You know, see, because again, we're in country, we have less self-reliant in terms of our own food product and things like that. We're not on the farming and them type of thing they're going like back in a them time there. You know, see, yet we nearly starve, we're hungry. You know, see it. So if the things that the rule should have returned today again, we have to take serious stock of our going, serious consideration. You know, see, but the remittance now, because we automatically, it's not like me outlined before, the people I'm not even did one housing assistance from the government, the attempt of the government to make the level of independence and pride of the people them holding of themselves. Seeing worse fair link relative of foreign and I beg them money and things like that. It wasn't a thing until starvation drive us into that. You see it, and on the back of that, when our government realize, say, wait, there is prospect in this scene in terms of where them don't need for do for development or grow. Them can just allow people to continue pursue this Nyama food mentality after the remittance and now focus on energy on personal growth and development in Jamaica itself, because you have this side economy where pay them tax and benefit the country. So the more you breed this side of dependency on that economy, the more tax them get from it anyway. And out of the national reserve or resource, them not have to commit to any form of development or anything, because again, there's this notion of deprivation where people are depend upon people abroad or foreign. Not like when they are mean and don't want to do nothing for people, but it's the science behind them economics or them work things and some of the reason. Let's say allegedly why there is no intent at formulating any level of growth, any level of, development for the youth, them prospectively, the skills and training and so on. See, education. If you export labor, we have a reputation to be that audacious way. It's the design for business these days. See it, you have to have that. See it, and the Jamaicans are known for that. If we were educated enough and I work for a cause, we look so well and we are, come on, you know the deal work, you know the thing, see it. If we have motivation for do a thing, we are gonna do it, and to the best of our ability. We have always done so. No questioning with that. See it. So, with government help maintain this Nyama food mentality where in turn now see the youth them have an easy way out. And you see, the desire, because as a Jamaican, to move abroad and come develop desire for working in another man's economy and develop for him tax and for him resource and all of them things. Half of your life, 3/4 of your life when you work abroad, I go in the economy, in the state where you work, regardless of how the government want to make it look like so well then. 3/4 of your life go to the country. See? Now, if we have, you have to fake them level of motivation and them, what you call it there. It take a certain level of patriotic spirit. That's what patriotism is. When you work them way they work so hard in our economy, work for your personal growth, like how you work for the development and the benefit of the country. Them not tell you that because they know why, how important you are. See. However, people do it naturally for the love of them country and them existence. See. So you see, because what if we as Jamaicans did have that motivation, self-motivation and self-love for our little piece of Project Whisper we did, see it, and work wholeheartedly for the growth and the development of that, there would be no stopping us. There would be no stopping Jamaica. See? But again, too much education, too much free will, too much insight, too much open eye and open-mindedness would a challenge the corrupt status quo where run the country and the few vampire them where eat, where them alone a benefit. See? So, upon that, the Nyama food mentality continue and it not stop, and there is no end in sight, and we can't blame the youth them because it's a design. There's something will come out of the goodness of our art. It originally come out of the goodness of our art. With government or politics, to say it's beneficial to them and them corrupt game and agenda. See it, so they maintain such a status quo and secretly go on like it don't mean anything to them and it not have nothing to do with them. See, it's a big chunk of the economy that come through remittance. I tell you that. From in the 80s, I didn't understand what the whole thing mean. See, because we never, we never have to use it. We never used to deal with it. A big people used to deal with it. But remember the argument. Remember the news. And you can go do your research and you see. See, it's in its entirety. It's the Nyama food mentality. It breed it and bring it and keep it alive until now, and it's being purposely done so. So don't blame the youth. See, the government know where it come from and it not benefit nobody like how it benefit them and them greedy pocket cars. Yeah. You know, see, anyway, share, like, and subscribe. In a Rastafari name, we give thanks, yes, sir.